Hello and welcome to this collective reading. I haven't done one for a while, so I'm really excited actually to be having a look at the astrological events and then doing an oracle reading just for spiritual energy. So I'm going to have a look at the rest of July, so starting tomorrow with our full moon and then going right through to the end of August. And then I'm going to go over and ask Spirit to guide me intuitively through some tarot and oracle cards, and just have a look at their advice and messages as well. Often they will coincide with the astrology reading because it is like a collective energy, and depending on where those planets are in your chart, in your alignments, will depend on how much those particular energies affect you. So as always, I do make notes because I'm really bad at remembering dates. So let's go over and have a look at those energies. So as I said, tomorrow is our full buck moon, okay, in Cancer. So the name buck moon comes from it's a very ancient tradition of young deer when they start to grow new antlers. So this particular full moon and the fact that it's in summer does signify a time of growth and renewal, and so it's like a coming of age. There is this transitional period happening, almost like a growing up. So we're moving from one chapter of our lives to another at the moment. The Cancer energy is going to bring that reflection and balance to us, and it's sort of like a mid-year check-in. Okay, so you're going to be really feeling that it's time for a bit of introspection, just checking in with what's past, how you're feeling in the present, and then start looking ahead for the future and a bit of planning. So look definitely at balancing your emotional needs and your goals at this point. We're almost re-evaluating where we're heading and making sure that we haven't detoured off anywhere in the first 6 months of the year. So sort of realigning our goal, making sure that's still what we want, and then are we still going in the right direction to reach it. So this is definitely a time to reflect on our boundaries and maintain them. It's all very good having boundaries, but if you're not keeping them in place and people are pushing those goalposts or overstepping, and you're not correcting them, you're not holding that boundary firm, then just have a look at those areas and why that's happening. Do that bit of introspection. So the other message here that is coming across is looking at areas where you might be abandoning yourself. So again, that comes in quite strongly with boundaries, doesn't it? So take time for that self-reflection, that honest look, that delve. Where are we allowing people to take a bit too much, or are we overgiving? Are we people pleasing? Just have a look and then re-evaluate, realign yourself with how you're feeling around those situations. Okay, I want to move now to the 13th of July, and we have Saturn in retrograde in Aries. So definitely reviewing our goals again. Again, this is coming through quite a lot through the next couple of months. Really just checking in, where are we going? So make sure that you are taking responsibility for your actions at this time. So having that good look, what are we... We can't have that blame word. We can't blame other people. We have to look where we are creating limiting beliefs, where we are allowing things to happen. So really is being really honest with yourself. You know, sit down and have a look at why these things occur. How can you prevent them? Can you change things? Are you able to speak out a bit more, so that people know that what your requirements are, what your needs are, the things you like and dislike. Okay, so definitely reclaim your voice here. Now we've got the 17th of July and we have this Mercury retrograde. Okay, so all Mercury retrograde, if I can get my teeth around that word, we find miscommunication. There's glitches in text messages, in emails. So reread everything, double check it. If you're going to sign documents or write contracts or legal documents, or important written letters, just double check everything that's in there, because it is really renowned for being misunderstandings, miscommunications, errors and things like that. It's a really good time, because we're in Leo, to reconnect with old friends and visit places we've enjoyed in the past, looking at our past work, things that we've enjoyed and possibly have let go, that we've let them fall by the wayside. So just having a look at those things, possibly when we were more aligned. If we feel we've stumbled off our path, we've got a bit lost, having a look at when we felt most at ease, most at peace, and we had that momentum and that ability to want to chase our dreams and our desires. So definitely those problems with communication, and a reminder to carefully look at what nourishes you and what drains you. Okay, so we obviously want more of the things that make us feel full of vitality and energy, and that's nourishing our soul. Anything that's heavy energy, it pulls us down, it holds us back. We just need to have a look at why that's there, why we're allowing it, how can we change it. Okay, so definitely that it's delving into our, we call it shadow work or introspection, or the delving into your inside world. Ask your soul. It has the answers. So maybe meditation, mindfulness, just taking time out, go for a walk, journaling, and seeing what comes up there. Now, from the 22nd of July, the sun enters Leo, so we go into Leo season. So expect joy, self-expression, courage, and a want to be more authentically you. Okay, we're really stepping into our true selves through the summer. So speak your full truth. Heal old wounds where things make you dim your light. Okay, so anything where possibly when you were younger, if there were areas where you felt you had to make yourself small, you had to shut down, close down to fit in. So yeah, that dimming your light, making yourself small, this is the time to really look at why and how that's affecting you now in the future. Because they're the sorts of things we need to let go of. Now we need to step forward into leadership, okay? Particularly for Leo, it's if you are a Leo, but during this season, we're being really pulled to step forward. It doesn't matter how small that is, step out of your comfort zone and more into leadership. Speak up, speak out, write it, sing it, dance, whatever you feel is going to lead the way. I feel that those next couple of months, it's important to start stepping forward more into your personal power and your energy and anything that is symbolic of leadership. Okay, so natural leadership, where don't push yourself and mold yourself, where you naturally feel this is where I belong, this is how I'm going to be, bring in that self-confidence, bring in that self-worth, really work on that solar plexus area and feel your own power within you rising up so that you can be your natural leader. Okay, we all have an area in our lives where we are born to be leaders, and it's finding it and then being courageous enough to be seen and to be heard. Now, the new moon in Leo is on the 24th of July, and that brings about passionate new beginnings for self-expression and endeavours of your soul. Okay, so it's going to ignite playfulness. It's going to bring fun. It's going to make you want to be really creative. So really love fully here. Lead from your heart. Again, it's that passion and that desire. Ignite that in you. If it's a tiny little flame, you need to let it grow. You need to let that really burn by doing those things that just fill your soul with joy. Okay, much more of those things need to be coming through. Okay, so August the 6th, we have Mars entering Libra. Now this signifies a period of diplomatic actions and balance in relationships, okay? So I really feel like we need our actions and our words to align here and be cautious not to be too reactive. Stay in harmony with your connections, assert yourself, but with tact, okay? We don't want to go in like a bull in a china shop. We need to really sense the emotion, feel the emotion, process it, and then become a bit more mindful of how we speak our words. Okay, so bring in that tact, very important in that at that time, particularly because we're still in the retrograde, and misunderstandings with communication could lead to quite a big argument, which nobody wants. Let's be honest. So yeah, be fair but be truthful at that time. Okay, so 9th of August, we have our full sturgeon moon in Aquarius. Now, Aquarius is our visionary, our innovator. And so this moon brings innovation, basically. It's a collective energy. It's a global energy, okay? And it is drawing out your independence. So although it's a collective energy, it's going to affect everybody to some degree. You want to be independent at this time. You feel a real need to be yourself, truly, authentically you. And even if you're in connections, it is a time of stepping away and really centering yourself and your soul energy. Now, what will happen here is you're going to be gifted this bird's eye view of your life purpose. So if you're lost, you're struggling, you don't know which way to head, it's almost like you're going to be seeing it from a third person, from above, looking down. So the universe is bringing in this energy collectively, this awakening, where you will start having these more obvious nudges to the things that you need to be pursuing. And what I would say when anyone says, I don't really know what my purpose is, the things you love, the things you did as a child, the things that are effortless, that you have natural gifts towards, that is your soul purpose. It doesn't have to be all singing, all dancing. It can be the smallest gift that you give to the world and you give to yourself. Okay, it doesn't always have to be some humanitarian trilogy, if you like, of doing all these amazing things. Sometimes it is saying the right thing to the right person at the right time, or just your energy, bringing it into the world, surrounding yourself with people who are benefiting from your energy. And sometimes it's just being the light, being a positive person in a world where a lot of people only see negativity. So please don't think that your life path has to be something dramatic and like some epic movie. I hope it is, and in your life it should feel that way. But it can be these simple steps that align yourself with your purpose and align yourself on a global scale of doing the right thing for you, doing the right thing for spirit. Okay, so this is a great time to align with your soul tribe as well. So there is that independence, but the more you can be truthful to who you are, you can say, yeah, I love that, or no, I hate that, I don't like that, no, I'm not coming, sorry, it's not for me. The more you can do those things, the more you become a magnet towards your soul tribe, the people who are similar to you, the people who respect you for speaking out. And yes, you might lose people along the way, or they might fall away, or you just might feel a disconnect. It's perfectly natural, and actually all it means is you don't have to pretend. You don't have to be a chameleon around those people and try and slot in. Again, we're not making ourselves small. We've done that earlier in the month. We don't want to fit in for the sake of fitting in, okay? The more you are, the more you will find your tribe. So embrace your uniqueness, okay? That's your gift. All those things that we always thought were weird or unusual, they are the things that set you apart. They're the things that are going to draw you to your life purpose, and they're going to draw the right people to you. And from my experience and the people I've known who have become more and more authentic over time, you do find that the people you've lost are very quickly replaced by some incredible souls, people you never thought you'd meet and have in your friendship group, and connections that are much deeper, much more solid. And again, it's easy. It shouldn't be difficult. So definitely embrace who you are. Now, August the 11th, we have Mercury going back direct. So that clarity in communication and planning will return. So at this time, I would advise to look at your daily routines. Cleanse and change whatever needs to be improved to best serve you. So we come back into alignment, and all that clarity is going to come in. And it's almost like a backpack, you know, a rocket on your back that's going to help propel you forward. But you want to make sure that the daily things you do, they're the most important. Those rituals, those things we do every day, they are the things that make the biggest change in our life, even though they seem really small. If you can align yourself so that those things are best serving your needs, everything else will align. Okay, so looking at those daily routines really carefully. Now, August 22nd, we have the new moon in Virgo. So at this point, we have this analytical energy, okay? It's very detail orientated. It's practical energy. Some people think it's boring, but I would say it's very methodical. It's step by step, small moves forwards, okay? But we need to focus on our self-care here and be quite grounded. So put your wellness first. and do so in a logical way. Okay, we don't need to it's not a time for rash decisions. It's just a time to really put into place all the things we've discovered through July and the beginning of August, with all of that self-reflection. Start putting those things into place. We're changing our routine, the daily things we do, making sure we're aligning with them. And then it's a case of really looking in a focused and analytical way at how we're going to move forward. Lots of planning, but again, in a, I want to say, not in an airy-fairy way, not just the big dream idea. This is actually now, right, what's the first step? I've got 5 steps. This is where I want to end up, and I'm going to make those differences from today. Don't put it off till tomorrow. Start now so that you can step forward into those changes. The moment you decide on your plan and you make that first step on your way to navigate in that direction, you are manifesting immediately. That is that instant manifestation. You've seen your goal and now you're plotting how to get there, and you take that first step. So really this period is bringing us forward, and it's taking us forward in a very heartfelt way. Okay, we needed to really look at any changes we needed to make, anything we need to let go of, looking at our health, our nutrition, what we're doing for ourselves, this self-care. Do I take time out for myself? Am I abandoning myself for the sake of others? Am I pleasing other people all the time? It really is a need now to start focusing on ourselves. Small steps again, we don't have to make dramatic changes, but just if you are noticing there's areas that are draining your energy, you need to try and flip them on their head so that they become nourishing. And if you can bring them in daily, then that's going to be life-changing for you. We are needing to speak our truth, as we've said, and prepare to step into any leadership that comes our way. Be heard. Allow yourself to speak for others who can't speak for themselves. Be brave, be courageous, okay? Take yourself out of your comfort zone. What's the worst that's going to happen? Now, we are going to be redirecting any energy that we are inadvertently pouring away. If we're sending our energy out in the wrong directions, it's really important to refocus, redirect it. Direct it at the things that you want in your life for the future and the plans you need to make now to get there, and also for your own energy supply. The more you pour out energy to others, the more depleted you are, and eventually you won't be able to keep giving. So if you're someone who loves giving and wants to be able to help people, then there is a necessity for you to ensure that you are part of that circle of need, and you are replenishing your energy regularly. Now, as I said, there's going to be this global awakening and healing commencing. Definitely a deepening of healthy connections, whether they're relationships, whether they're friendships, within a family, colleagues. The ones that are healthy are going to deepen, and the ones that are draining or no longer serving us will fall away, and allow them to go. Allow that space to start to open up. And definitely a month where we need to remember all the things that bring us joy. Be playful, be happy, get out in the sun if you like the sun, go for a walk, go down to the beach. Do the simple things in life. Simplicity is the key here, but the simple things that bring you the most joy. So for some people, it might just be a walk in the park. Some people will be going shopping, but whatever makes you smile. Think about what summer represents to you, the energy that's around you, and what that vitality coming in. Okay, I want you to think about all those energies, that abundance, and I want you to try and find ways through the next few months to feel that emotion as much as you can. Keep filling yourself up with it, top yourself up with it. Possibly have a look at some meditations around summer that will help support that vitality, bring energy up from the earth and also down from the sun, and feel it topping you up. Okay, so my lovelies, that's the astrology for July and August. So I'm really interested to go over now and have a look at what spirit are going to advise us and what messages they have, and whether these two energies are going to combine in any areas. So let's go over and look at the cards I've chosen and see what messages come out. Okay, so let's have a look at those cards then. So to start with, I have chosen
the Sacred Destiny Oracle, and they're a Denise Lynn card actually. So I just want to know from Spirit, any general energies. What do we need to know? July through August, please. Okay. Thank you. And then these are called the Angel Connections. Okay. And these are called the Heart's Hidden Secrets, I believe. So again, general energy, advice, messages. What do we need to know? July through August, please. Thank you. Just going to check none of them flipped over. Nope. Okay. And then this is the Light Seers Tarot. I've got a card here that wants to come. It's that one. Okay. They're all alive today. Okie dokie. Right. Lots of tarot. Move those all over there. Right. So we have the Purification cards, our Sunflower. Always makes me think of summer as well. So that's a lovely card to start with. And then we have the Release card. So that's just made me think of summer through autumn, actually. Okay, so this one that turned is our Archangel Michael, who is the guardian of Earth's realm. He clears the way for energy when you're struggling. His presence is often signaled by indigo orbs or sparkles of light. You might observe purple flowers or feel attracted to amethyst and the amethyst gemstone. As I say, I immediately thought of that global energy that we heard about in the astrology. So this card, you've been working hard or even struggling with a task or skill. Now the stars are in perfect alignment. The angels are showing you the path to success. So both of those actually feel very linked to the astrology, which spoke very highly, very much about our need to be on our life path there. Okay, so I'm going to take a charm or charms that I'm drawn to. Okay, oh, we've got a few there. We have the Anchor, the Elephant, a Palm Tree, and a Dog's Paw. Okay, right, those Heart's Hidden Secrets. We have Soulmates, Deep Love, Unity and Connection. We have Shallow, Hollow, Empty and Boredom. And we also have One Day, Someday, Somewhere, Another Time. I'm just getting the message in my head from Spirit that the writing is on the wall with that. So I'll mention that while we're going through. Right, let's look at these tarot. There's a lot of these. So we have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the High Priestess. We have the Ten of Swords. I'm noticing immediately that these images all either have their backs to us or their eyes shut. They're not looking directly at us. So maybe we're not looking at something we need to be right now. We have the Nine of Cups here, which sits under the Eight. So definitely progression with our emotions here. Page of Pentacles coming through. Now the Two of Cups came out when I was pre-shuffling. So definitely this card wanted to be seen here. So Two of Cups. We have the Wheel of Fortune. And the last tarot is the Four of Wands. Okay, so let's go over then and we'll discuss the messages that are coming through there from Spirit.
Okay, so let's start with those charms there. So I want to begin with the Anchor first. And so the first thing I thought when I was looking at it was for security. It's something that's going to keep you stable, keep you in place, but can also weigh you down. It can be a heavy emotion. It can be something that you feel is protecting you, but actually it's holding you back. So it's time to raise the anchor, is what I'm being told, and to set sail with that particular charm. The dog's paw here. The first thing I always think of with dogs is loyalty, so a loyal companion. They're also a creature that brings stability, so again, very similar energy to the anchor here. I thought of compassionate connections, friendships, and sort of, yeah, that bond between people. So very strong connections, and that has actually come out in the cards I can see already. We have the elephant. Now, elephants are a symbol of good luck, but they're also, we think about overcoming obstacles or hurdles with them. They are very strong, and they are, again, a very loyal creature. They live in very tight family units, so a real need for this this sort of strength within families, within family bonds, within our soul tribe. Elephants are very wise, and again, this loyalty coming through very strongly here. Now I'm getting, with the palm tree, sort of victory and triumph is something people used to carry as palm leaves when the victors returned to their cities or towns, and they would line the streets with palm leaves. I'm thinking about peace, definitely about travel and holidays, which, you know, is quite relevant for all of us through the summer. I am thinking that some of you are bending over backwards too much to fit in or to make sure other people are happy. So we need to straighten ourselves up here and put ourselves first, our needs first. Again, palm trees are linked with wisdom. They're linked with growth as well. So the charms here really showing that there are important loyal bonds, loyal connections that you need to protect at this time, to try and set sail. I think that travel coming through from the palm tree and the anchor there, and if anything is feeling heavy or weighing you down, it's time to raise that anchor and move, change, bring change into your life there. Okay, next I want to go over to the Archangel Michael Guardian. If I can pick him up. Okay, so here's our gorgeous Archangel Michael. And so, as I say, he is someone who is a messenger. He comes in and protects all living beings on earth. He's like a master angel, okay? Now, I feel like it is a clearing of difficulties or heavy energy. Again, think about that anchor there. So yeah, there is a need to clear things away right now. I think there are things that no longer serve you that you need to let go of, and there's some healing around that to be done with the crocuses here and the amethyst. So very healing crystals if you're drawn to them. I do feel like there's cord cutting and breaking unhealthy patterns. Now, we call Archangel Michael in when we want to break connections with people. If we have emotional ties or our spiritual ties with people, he comes in, he has a huge sword, and he will cut through those connections. So if at the moment you're feeling that there are energetic ties you need to release, possibly a time to look in at cord cutting, maybe a visualization. You can do that with candles. There's lots of different ceremonies you can do. So if that resonates with you, then have a look at it. I do get that sense as well from the globe that there is this global energy that's happening through July and August, and that there is that alignment with our purpose. A lot of people are feeling a lack somewhere in their life, and now they're trying to find out why, and that is what leads us to try and find the things that fulfill us in life. It's lacking something, not knowing what it is, but knowing that whatever it is you haven't got, it will propel you to find your purpose, your goal, okay? And I feel like that is an energy that people are feeling, you know, throughout the community. Okay, our next card, which to me is like the path, it's showing us the way, okay? Now, I do feel like things are aligning, and as we work towards our new journey, our path, or we're working harder at it, then we find that those things come to us. So we're working towards things, they're coming to fruition. I feel like there is a breakthrough here. There's progress moving forward on his little bike. But definitely advice to stay balanced, because he's not holding on. He's on, I think it's like a unicycle, isn't it? But stay balanced, stay focused. Don't look at anything, the clouds here, don't let them distract you. Just keep heading straight to where you want to be. Head towards that goal, okay? So don't get distracted. Keep balanced, keep your head up, and definitely branch out. Branch out to new things, adventure, excitement. This is the feelings you should have in life. We shouldn't be stagnating and feeling stuck in our energy. Right, the next cards I want to go over to are our Sacred Destiny cards. That purification with that beautiful sunflower, which is so symbolic of summer, isn't it? It's very, very appropriate for this time of year. So with the purification card, I feel like there is definitely this beautiful, vibrant energy on its way to us. But be really careful not to block it. Okay, so releasing outdated thoughts and patterns and inviting the fresh, new energy into your life. Okay, so with that sunflower being like the metaphor for summer, and being abundant, and it lifts its head to the sun, it stands tall, it's powerful, it's beautiful. All those energies we need to be in order to accept the new things in our life. Now I'm really picking up here with the sunflower, a little bit of orange, but mainly yellow. So I'm thinking about solar plexus energy, you know, that gut feeling, that gut energy, our absolute personal power, where we have all our confidence, our self-worth, that ability to step forward and stand up and be proud and speak out, and be ourselves. Follow your dream, follow your heart, speak your truth, tell people what you're passionate about, no matter how small or how silly it might sound, or how big your dreams are. Put them out there, speak them, stand forward, let yourself be seen, because those limiting energies, that limiting belief, creates a barrier to the new things, and you will just continue repeating the same cycles, be stuck in that energy because you're not changing anything. So try and break down any barriers that you've got that are restricting you from blossoming and opening up to that vitality, to that summer energy. It's what we need to bring in now. We're deserving of it. We're aligning with the seasons, and so you will be fulfilling your purpose just by aligning with where we are right now. And again, I'm being told here, don't let the rain distract you. Okay, so we might have a few rainy days. Don't let it distract you from your actual goal. All that water is going to do is feed you and nourish you and give you more strength and grounded roots to keep going, to keep growing. Now, very similar energy, although it is a different alignment of letting go, because it's the release card, but the messages with this card are very, very similar to the purification card, in that there's things we have to let go and surrender. Situations, people, objects that no longer raise our vibration. They're no longer that summer energy. They're bringing us down. Okay, anything that is flattening you, that makes you feel I'm being told monotone, anything that makes you feel meh, that's the sound, isn't it? Yeah, I'm all right. We don't want this energy. We want that vibrant summer energy. So anything that you feel is holding you back, we need to abandon those beliefs. We need to let go of limiting beliefs or old behaviors, because all they're doing is keeping you in stuck energy. So clear out the old, make way for the new. Now that can be as simple as decluttering. Okay, you might want to declutter your home, your space. You might need to declutter your emotions, your soul. There might be things to let go of. Let them fall away. The only thing that can happen when you allow things to fall away is that you make space for new things coming in. And when our vibration is high, the things we bring in are high. So we start being a magnet for the good things in life, but we have to let go of those things that are holding us in this stuck autumn energy. Okay, we're not aligned with that at the moment. We need to let it go, let it fall away, so that we can stay in that purification, that beautiful summer energy. Okay, so from there we're going to go to our Heart's Hidden Secrets with our Soulmates card. Now, for some people, I'm being told you're in deep water here, or you're treading water. Something's not quite right. So our Soulmate card is actually all about connections. They're going to be deepening if they're positive connections, but they may fall apart if you're starting to drown, if you're treading water, if it's not going anywhere, if you feel like you're holding on to each other dearly just to keep your heads above water, then these are things to release. Back to our release card. Okay, so it is really getting honest, really looking at our emotions. Are we feeling like we're just treading water, or are we literally drowning here? If you feel like you are floating, you keep each other buoyant, then that's amazing, and that will continue to grow. Okay, but these relationships are all things, positive or negative, they're all there to teach us something. They're all there for a purpose. Okay, so you can always find positives in any connection, okay, no matter how difficult it is. So look at the things you're meant to learn, even if learning is the walking away, or whether it's working on a situation to try and deepen that bond. But yeah, as I say, weak connections may be falling apart during this time, but the healthy ones will keep each other afloat. I'm being told sink or swim here. It sounds easy, we know it's not, but there are going to be things like the anchor again, things that are going to pull you down or raise you up. You have to decide which one that connection is. It might not necessarily just be love relationships, love connections. This can be friendships, family members, colleagues, just connections together, collaborations that might need to be let go of, or you might need to walk away from. Our next card is the shallow card, which is interesting because we just had deep water and now we have shallow, hollow, empty and boredom. Again, we have this rain. Try not to focus on these things, the things that make you feel empty, the things that make you feel bored. If there is an area of your life where it feels dull and drab, it is a really big sign to you that you need to let go of it, move away from it, find something to replace it that is the opposite energy. Okay, so if you are looking at your life and you feel like this, like a cloud hangs over you and it's heavy energy, then it is really time to walk away from the things that bore you. Find excitement, find love. These red lights here are telling you they're the things you have to stop. It shouldn't be that hard. Okay, even when things are difficult in life, we can look and see what we can make change with and where we can find positivity. Right, moving on to one day, someday, somewhere, another time. Here it is. Here's our card where we're putting things off. So yeah, stop doing that. Stop putting off what your heart desires. The time is now. There may be no tomorrow. So we need to make sure that we are acting on the things that make our heart swell, the things we desire, the things that bring us joy, and the things we like are simply the universe's way of telling us that there is purpose there. There's a reason. You're not meant to be here and be unhappy, okay? Times can be challenging. We can have ups and downs, but fundamentally, life is here to be enjoyed. It's an experience to be had as a soul on earth, living out an existence as a human. So humans have ups and downs, but they're not meant to spend their life stuck. This heart has been pinned to the wall. It's been left there for another day. Choose today to take back your heart and choose the things that bring you joy. Okay, and areas of your life where you need to have more joy, really closely start examining them. The other message I always give with this card is the writing's on the wall over something, and it could be something involving your heart. Okay, so look at it carefully. What's it telling you? And nothing, I'm being told nothing is ever set in stone. This is chalk on a wall. It can easily be erased. Okay, so don't think that's it now, I'm stuck. I've made this choice. I've made this commitment. I've nailed it onto the wall. It's permanent. Everything can shift. Everything can change. It's just shifting your mindset and then taking action. I'm not saying that's easy, but recognizing that is definitely the first step. Okay, the next card I'm going to go to is the Queen of Pentacles. So, our Queen of Pentacles then. So the Queen is all about creating stability really in your life. So often it's financial stability with the Pentacles here, but it can be in all areas of your life. I feel like there's lots of nurturing ourselves and others here, enjoying a bit of luxury in life, making sure that we're treating ourselves, giving and receiving in balance. Okay. I feel like there is a lot of wisdom and security. So again, we're thinking about those energies we had in our charms. Using your wisdom, use your discernment, your life experience, okay, for the challenges that you are coming up against, and also to know your path ahead. You have a wealth of experience behind you. Look at that wisdom, use it for your benefit. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is definitely a feminine energy. It's very grounded, it's very safe, it's very secure. So even if you're a male watching this, it is your feminine side, it's your intuition, it's a deep knowledge about yourself and your worth and the things that you're stepping forward into life. Now, do get here the message that you're branching out into new things. And there is a level of comfort that's going to be around you. She's sitting here with this lovely cushion, and look, all the branches here coming out from her. Right, the next card is the 8 of Cups. Okay, so the 8 of Cups is about walking away from something. You can see here there is something that is a desire, it's on fire, but in the background, I don't know if you can pick it up actually on my camera because of the light, because it's holographic, there is a much brighter burning light on the horizon. So it's being prepared to walk away from something that ignites your passion a little bit, but actually knowing that there's far greater things for you in the future. So yeah, walking away from those things that don't serve you anymore, they don't quite fulfill your needs anymore, you've outgrown them. And it is now seeking a deeper truth, a deeper soul alignment. You want more in your life. And here you are, you are walking away. It's a positive walking away. It's calm, there's no clouds on the horizon, but you are prepared to give something up that used to be what you wanted in order to gain something new. Okay. And that did come through in that astrology really strongly, didn't it? And again, it's that purification and release, leaving things behind and walking away to something new, something bigger and something better. And because that's cups, it's often linked with emotions. The cups in our tarot link with our emotions. And here she's walking away. There's water behind her. I don't know, again, if you can see it with these cards. It's a river here behind her, which has this bowl of flames in. And here is a fish poking its head. So on your journey, there may be unexpected energies, but also I feel like something's going to poke its head up, which is going to make you make that decision. Something's going to reveal itself. There'll be clarity on something that pushes you to want to go and explore something new. Right, the next card is our High Priestess. So the High Priestess is a card all about intuition, okay? So you're being asked here to be guided by your higher self. Let that intuition be your lead, your guide, okay? The High Priestess comes up when there are secrets and truth to be revealed. So I feel like there is something emerging from you. Your mind, your behaviours, like your mindset is all changing because you're aligning with your true self. You're allowing your higher self to dictate your path now. So let it lead the way. Don't be afraid to trust your gut intuition, okay? Now again, it's third eye. It's very much a spiritual connection here. Now the High Priestess can talk about our own spirituality and our own spiritual journey. So if you are someone who is thinking about branching out into spiritualism for a job, for your friends, for your family, just for your benefit, then this card is a definite yes in terms of looking at those roles, whether it's healing, whether it's card reading, whether it's scrying, whatever makes sense to you, whatever makes you feel illuminated. There is an element of service to others with the High Priestess relating to spiritual, the spiritual realm and the divine. Okay, so our next card we're going to go to is the 10 of Swords. Again, this is another card of walking away. She's walking away from something, very much like the 8 of Cups, very much like the energies we've experienced at the beginning of our reading and through the astrology. So the Ten of Cups is often a painful ending which has occurred or is about to occur, or the need to walk away from something that no longer serves you. Now, in many versions of the Ten of Swords, the individual is stabbed in the back by 10 swords, okay? So there can be an element of betrayal with this card. But this particular version, I just feel like something that was heavy, that was bringing you down, that was holding you back, is leaving. This darkness is leaving, okay? And you are leaving with it. You have decided to leave it behind and walk away. So the card symbolises sometimes that you've hit rock bottom. If you feel like things can't get any worse, you're now on the journey back up. If you imagine dropping a bouncy ball down a hole, it has to hit the bottom before it can make its journey back up. Okay, so this is that energy, but it's the bounce back that we're experiencing. Now, I have noticed, just because of the way the card is slightly bent from shuffling, but also with the camera angle on the hologram, there is this beautiful rainbow above you. So this is really symbolizing that there is all this hope for the future. The hard times are done with, because in order to have the rainbow, we have to have the rain and the sun, and that has now finished. We are at this stage where we have this beautiful rainbow. This ray of hope is there for you. So if things have been difficult, things have been challenging, please don't worry. This is energy that's being left behind. The number 10 in tarot symbolizes the end of something. Okay, so this difficult energy, this challenging energy is leaving you behind, and it's now time to follow your signs and signals and any synchronicities that lead you away to something new. Okay, so turn on your heels, okay, and head for new horizons, I'm being told. Okay, the next cup is beautiful, the Nine of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups to me is always about wish fulfillment, okay? So here we are, our wishes are being granted. She's jumping in the air, throwing her head back. It's this sort of gay abandon. She's loving life, okay? So I do feel, again, you have to throw everything up in the air sometimes to get to something new. But here she's got her treasure. She's got her treasure chest, and all her wishes have been granted. So I do feel like after that release that we had in the Ten of Swords, you are sort of guaranteed your wish fulfillment. If you are able to leave the things behind that don't serve you, or that are causing you pain or distress, or that are heavy energies, you are guaranteed this fulfillment. And it's emotional fulfillment as well as financial here. We have the treasure chest, as I said, and we have the cup symbolizing our emotions again. So be ready to receive joy, to receive happiness. Open your heart and realise you absolutely deserve all the abundance that's coming into your life. Don't feel that you're not deserving of good things, okay? I'm being shown the ketchup bottle, so I'm going to say that all good things come to those who wait. So again, if you've been going through a long period of challenge, and life's been a bit of a roller coaster, it can be really hard to trust that good things are coming. But the Nine of Cups definitely shows all those beautiful things coming to you. And I feel like it's in lots of different areas of your life, because she's thrown all 9 of her cups in the air. I'm also being told with that card, it's a leap of faith sometimes. And I don't know why I've seen it, because it's not that, but to me it just looked like it for a moment. We've got these 2 clouds just above here, and they're just about touching. And it made me think of the, I can't remember what painting it is suddenly, where the man is almost touching God's finger. So it's this connection again. And it's the most famous painting, isn't it? And I cannot remember its name. I do apologise. But yeah, just this moment, and it can be a spark of imagination. It can be that aha moment where we have that download, that clarity. But it definitely is coming through a connection, which is interesting because we've got all the connection cards coming up in a moment. Right, the next card that we have is the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like there is definitely exciting new opportunities coming in. So they might make you feel a bit off balance when they first happen, but that's quite normal when new things are coming in, new experiences, new opportunities, because it's quite normal to fear the unknown, but actually that's how we change the outcome. It's how we move forward, is by having change and opportunities coming to us, particularly things we haven't experienced before. Something new can make us feel a little bit off balance, a bit fearful of the unknown, but yeah, just stand firm. Everything's going to be okay. Now, the Page of Pentacles can depict learning, so you might be becoming a student again, or this may be linked with education of some sort, but definitely a new venture, or maybe a dream that you've had that is going to start becoming a reality. Now, I do feel like with this Pentacle again, there are new financial opportunities and new stability coming, because not only is the Page holding a Pentacle, he is actually standing on this very, very solid foundation. So this new beginning is going to be very solid. Trust in it, trust it, open your heart to it and embrace it, okay? Yeah, they're sort of saying don't overthink it. If it feels right, then just go with your heart, go with your gut feeling there. Okay, the Two of Cups. So the Two of Cups is symbolic of a meaningful partnership, friendship, relationship. So any connections between friends, families, colleagues, romantic relationships, but definitely they are forming. So new relationships are forming or they're deepening. Now with the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Cups, I feel like this could potentially be that new opportunity, that new beginning. Maybe you're going to meet somebody and it's going to spark this opportunity, or it will deepen something that you already have, something that was existing. Now it fulfills you both. As you can see, both cups are being filled by this this connection, okay? So I feel like this is a soul aligned connection, okay, or collaboration. And I do feel like you're both pulling in the same direction. You're a dynamic duo, and the differences between you are what make your connection so strong. I do feel like you're both going to be pouring your energy in equal measures. So if you have found yourself in the past in connections where one of you is overgiving or one of you is taking too much, then this is going to feel very, very refreshing to you, because both of you are working equally. You're pulling together. You'll both want to fill each other's cups. Both independent. We have this independence here. Because we have the two different skin tones. So we are independent, but we pull together very well in this collaboration or in this connection. Okay, so very, very positive. And I feel like both of you, your cups are going to overflow with this connection. So not only is it going to bring you happiness and joy, I feel like it's harmony. I feel like it is extremely emotionally fulfilling, but possibly also financially fulfilling as well, when we look back at the Queen of Pentacles and that Page of Pentacles coming in. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune next. Now I'm getting straight away, I see the dice around her neck, and I think some of this might feel like you've got to take a bit of a risk. So, you know, but trust yourself and allow the dice to roll. You know, make sure you are taking small risks in life, or you take calculated risks. Don't always play it safe. Same input, same output. If you want life to change, we need to roll the dice and try something new. So this card is all about big karmic shifts happening in your life. Definitely a turning point. And I feel as if, because of the astrology, that it will actually be all areas of your life where there needs to be realignment. Okay, so fate is turning the wheel and realigning you with your life path, your life's purpose. Okay, so where will you end up? Where are you destined to be? Wherever that will be, it's going to be in your highest good. The Wheel of Fortune is always in your favor. The universe will ensure that you end up where you need to be. So if you've gone off track, or you feel like you've got a bit lost, or you're sort of standing at a crossroad, unable to make a decision, the universe is going to literally make that choice for you. It's going to turn you in the direction you need to go. Now I'm really noticing that the stance here on the Page of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune is the same. We're standing on one leg. So we may feel off balance. It may make us feel a bit unnerved, but just know this is an absolutely divine intervention. Something is changing because it's destined to be so, and you will be extremely balanced, okay? So yeah, don't worry about the occasional wobble. It will all be okay. It's that reassurance. Now, for some reason, I'm getting an image of a flamingo, and I don't know what flamingos represent. So if flamingos resonates with you, I would have a look at the symbolism of flamingos, just as a side note there. Now, I feel like everything is aligning. In the background of this card, we have all these, we have the earth, air, wind and fire symbols, all the elements. And we also have these sort of hieroglyphs. And I feel like this is divine timing. It's definitely divine intervention. And we have a star here for this is your wish fulfillment. It's going to lead you to all the things you've ever wanted, all the things you've dreamed of. And it will be opening up that opportunity that the Page of Pentacles is bringing towards you. And actually, we've got this, so we've got this balance. We've got the black and the white. She's got this sort of spiritual swirls around her. We've got the black and the white. So again, staying balanced. But I'm also looking almost like she's pulling at the backdrop. And I feel like the universe might actually have to change some of the things in the background in your life. So you might have to declutter. You might have to make big changes around you. But that will be in your best interest. And it will be leading you nearer to your goals, to your life purpose. Because they've just said to me, don't worry, no one's going to pull the rug out from under you. But there may be some redesigning. Okay, so they might redesign stuff, but nothing's going to feel like it's been dragged away or pulled out from underneath you. It's not an energy like that. It's not a tower. It's not dragging things away, but it is reorganizing things in your life to make you more aligned. Okay, our final card is the Four of Wands, our card of celebration, joy, stability, harmony. Now, this card, to me, it always symbolises summer, although its official meaning is all four seasons coming together, okay? So again, it's a completion card. We have all four seasons, as I said. We have this enjoyment, partying. Now, this can be physical parties, it can be weddings, gatherings, reunions, but revelry, dance, singing, having fun. Now, that came through really strongly in our reading, didn't it? To embrace that Leo energy. So throw your hands up, have a party, enjoy your life, find things that make you really, really feel uplifted. But look for things that are bringing community together. It can be family, it can be, as I say, celebrations of any kind. But often this is your soul tribe. You are combining with people who align with your soul purpose, align with your vibration. Really getting something about sound healing here. I'm loving the tambourine because I own one. After years of sky tambourining when I sing and dance, I now have one. So yeah, definitely start playing music, playing a drum, play the tambourine, play the maracas, whatever it is, play the spoons. If there's something that makes you laugh, makes you smile, just brings you a bit of joy, do that. Do more of that for yourself, okay? And combine it with other people. Bring in the people around you that help you feel in that energy, who keep you in that energy. There's a real need at the moment, I think, for being uplifted and uplifting our own energy and not allowing ourselves to fall flat and not stay stuck in that stagnating energy. So I do feel like from that spread of cards, I know I've gone through quite quickly because I'm conscious of it being quite a long reading with the astrology as well. But I feel like there's a real deep soul transformation happening. And I think there are things to leave behind. So emotional, mental baggage or burdens or things that are just holding you back now. But you are definitely stepping forward into greater intuition and a much more uplifted energy. I feel like destiny is really guiding us here for the next couple of months. So welcome in the new. Try and keep your vibration high. Look for healthy connections, new people coming into your life, new collaborations, or a deepening of what's there. If it's positive, it's going to get better. Just think about that summer energy. That's what we're needing to align with at the moment. Seasonal energy is there to give us an overview of where we should be and how we should feel in our own bodies and our own souls. Sorry, my daughter's just starting up her moped outside. But yeah, so the message really is to step gracefully into that next chapter of your life, allowing things to fall away that no longer serve you, and embrace those new opportunities as they come in. So I hope that reading has aligned with you somewhere. If there's any comments or if you want any clarity, please let me know in the comments. And if you have had inspiration from the cards whilst I've done the reading, or if they have a different meaning to you, please share that with us. It's really interesting to hear everyone else's perspective. Obviously, when we do these collective readings, it's my perspective, it's my intuition, it's what my gut's telling me to share with you. And it's very interesting for me and for everyone else to hear if those messages are coming through slightly differently for you, because that may resonate with other people as well. So thank you so much for listening. I hope you've enjoyed the reading, and we'll speak again very soon. And I hope you enjoy July and August. Bye now.